Alright, talk. Good evening. I had a few days of working on the control protocol and the control app, and I didn't stream that because it was not so interesting as developing visuals. But now I finished a very large refactoring. Everything works and the code is much cleaner now, at least I think so. It actually is. Like when I was developing this controls panel, and I just added features blindly without thinking much, because I wanted to get things done so that I can play around with it. Now the thing is that I really like it and I want to develop it even further, so I had to do some refactoring. Anyways, here npm, let's run the visuals on, yeah, okay. So last time we implemented the texture switching, or texture morphing as we called it, and that led to very poor performance. So if I increase the steps to a reasonable amount, it starts lagging immediately. And I did some investigations why this could be, and my best bet is that it's probably related to how a WebGL handles accessing textures and caching textures and things like this, because I've tried many things and it seems like the major difference is that we are not using two separate textures for the height that we use in the ray marching loop, and then the color, which we only use once per pixel, per fragment. So what I want to try today is I want to split the texture again into one RGB texture and one only G texture, and then see if that increases the see whether that increases the performance again, because right now it's almost unusable. And I did some tests and I don't think it's only like, of course, like blending a large texture, it's like 4,000 times 4,000 is a very large texture, so that takes some toll on the performance as well, but it shouldn't be as big as it appears to be. So I really think that there's this issue with the texture caching and stuff like this. So I also did some tests, like I just accessed the red value and it didn't speed things up. So I'm not sure if this is going to help, but we need to do some more tests in order to get it right. And everything is clean, so we can always go back in the repository. So let's think, how do we start? Let's close everything and go into the terrain renderer, and here we should also go into the Raymarch fragment shader, and here we want two textures again, terrain texture and height. So we split this up into colors texture and height texture. Let's use plural. So here we take the heights texture, and in this one we take the colors texture. In the height texture we only take value R, And this is it in the shader, I think. Now here we have to terrain texture, do the same color texture, height texture, but also update these values. Yes. Oh yeah, load terrain. Okay, yeah, we weren't loading terrains. Like the last test was creating a synthetic texture. Texture 0. Get colors texture. Get heights texture. Let's go out, out, out. And then here, let's make sure we don't use the synthetic one. I think we called it debug texture, so let's just not do it anymore. Or should we just make it optional maybe? No, let's comment it out. Yeah. So, and then combined texture FBO. Well, we have to now. It would be nice if we can save some processing. If we render to R textures only, I have to check whether this is actually possible. In WebGL 2, can we render to R texture? Red only texture. Okay, yeah, awesome. So I hope this works. So the combined texture, we won't have a combined texture anymore. Combined, we will have a combined colors texture, and we will have a combined heights texture. Oops. Oh my god. Combined colors texture. Combined colors. Is this? No, this doesn't make sense. We don't need that. We have a combined colors texture and a combined height texture. And then we don't need that anymore because we will directly store what we have loaded. And combine terrain colors and heights. Combine two terrains programs. So instead of this, combine terrain colors, because we will have like slightly different outputs, R and RGB. So we need different shader programs. So we need different stuff here too. So combine terrain height. So things change a little, but that's fine. So we also have to rename these. Yes, looks good. What is he complaining about? Declared but never read. Okay, combined texture. Combined colors texture. And then here we just want RGB actually. So just RGB. Let's ask the AI. So because it knows better which combinations of format and type and whatever are working. Do we actually need this filtering stuff? Combined colors? Yeah, we do need the filtering set to linear, because, or maybe not, like we could also try to set it to nearest and see how that looks like in the rendering. Could actually be pretty cool, like more point cloud more point cloudy. Nearest. Alright, and then mirrored repeat, that's also correct. And now we have to do the same for the height texture. So this is just red. GL text image, text resolution. Okay, she didn't do it for some reason. Just red, please. Just red, not RGBA. Color format GL red. Sometimes I'm surprised. Okay, this looks better. You know, he started filling it with red, but still using RGB or RGBA. Anyways, complaining about AI as long as we can. In a few years, no, in a few months, there will be no complaining left.
You look sick. You don't look healthy.
Alright, combined colors, FBO, we don't need that anymore. Combined terrain, colors and heights. This program. Oh, okay, so instead of this program, we will have terrain colors program and terrain heights program. And I don't know, what is he complaining about? Does not exist. Terrain.
No, it's there waiting for you.
Combined terrain colors program. Okay. So we just have to add program here. And here as well. Now the unilogs are not being used yet.
Say it again. Say it again. Say it again.
Okay. I'm listening to the music right now because it's like from a movie and it's a weird movie. Anyways, let's focus on the code. He isn't interested in getting better. Yeah, it's about a guy, like a veteran, who comes back from the war, and he has like psychological issues. And if I understand correctly, the film kind of makes the point that, you know, not every veteran or not every person who comes back from a war damaged can actually be rescued. So some are just broken and will stay like this. I think that's the meaning of the movie. Okay, now here we bind frame buffers. We do this 2 times, so update terrain, combine color, so combine colors, combine heights, heights. What about the FBO? Do we still have it, or have we deleted it? Maybe we need to recreate it. Yeah, yes, we need the FBO. And why is he complaining? No initializer. Yes, that's correct. What's going on here? GL program. Do we really need to call this? Or is the program being created here. Create program. It's created here. So we don't need it here. Now, heights texture. Well, this is only partially right. We will need to have like text 1, 0 and text 1. And now let's check these combine terrain functions. Combine two terrains. So we won't need that anymore. And then combine two terrains, we will rename this into combine terrain colors, and then copy that, rename it to combine terrain heights, terrain colors, terrain heights. So, and then in this case we have out colors. Okay, I don't know if this works. I hope it does, to save some Yes, well, we do have to make these calculations 2 times, which is not so nice actually. So we have to do them here for the heights, and then we have to do them also in the colors, which is not nice. But, well, okay. Okay, so we're getting some errors here. Oh yeah. Terrain shaper. So this one is never used. And here we have to combine terrain colors, combine terrain heights, copy, and this one's called copy. So we have to remove this copy thing. Okay, and now for the rendering. What is up here? Okay. Yeah. Programming with AI. Swap.
We're entering savage new times. We're going to have to be pure, direct, strong.
Maybe just get colors, texture, get heights, texture,
From the inside.
swap. What does that do? Let's not swap for now. It's stupid to swap. It's too early. And this one we can remove. Because we have it in our repository. And now let's see. I think I should put something under my laptop because it's getting hot. Like this. Okay. Alright, so now that we have all these things, Is it running smoothly even with more steps? Oops. Not being affected. It's red. Oh yeah, guys, it was actually... That was actually the issue. Fuck. Okay. Wow. That was it. Damn. So we solved it.
Of course I do.
I think. I mean, we don't get any transitions currently. But it's performant again. Wow, I'm so happy. Wow, it's super interesting. Like the issue was that we had the heights and the colors in the same texture.
Nothing's gonna change.
And this means that we were requesting a lot of times values from an R, like R values, only R, because we have the height stored with only one value from a texture that we would also use for colors somewhere else. And even like it's a bit weird because I did some tests which weren't successful. But yeah, so I think it's about caching or some other kinds of optimizations. Terrain scale. There's something weird about terrain height here. Wow, awesome. Terrain scale. I think it should be possible to crank this up to 5 again or so. There was something wrong. Now it's completely flat. Actually, it's weird. It seems to be completely flat. Something... I think we accidentally destroyed something about this. Almost no shades. There's something wrong about the heights. But the heights... I think the heights is 0. This is just a texture. We're rendering a texture. Or maybe it is... No, I think max distance. Look at that. It's just flat. Okay. So, why do we get a flat texture? It works for the colors, doesn't work for the heights, combined heights. I think we should check whether the frame buffer, colors frame buffer, create frame buffer.
Tell me when it's done.
I think we have to and maybe the performance decreases now. No, it doesn't. It's still fine. But we don't get any depth. I know why it goes. It moves away, and yeah, it means we have a black, like a dark, like completely black terrain height texture. So the question is why? Let's try and go to the combine terrain heights, and here let's use let's return 1. Okay, so we can actually write values to the texture, and it has a very slight, like I think now everything is like 1 basically. So that means that reading the height 0 and height 1 doesn't quite work. So let's go to the shaper, terrain shaper, and here when we render the heights, look at that, combined colors. This is completely wrong. Update terrain. This is completely wrong. Combined colors, why does this even exist? Oh yeah, combined colors, no, that makes sense. Combined colors, FBO. Yeah, sorry, I completely forgot about this. So we need terrain colors, textures, and terrain heights, and then when we make load terrain colors texture, terrain texture. So we don't need this bind frame buffer. We don't render anything here. Combine terrain colors. It's not happening here. All we do is we don't delete the textures. Instead, we should check the status of the FBOs here. Can do this later. And in here we want to add them, and then here we want to say 0, no, not 0, 0, but 0, 1, obviously, like, and it's not terrain colors and terrain heights, but it's terrain colors and terrain colors, and then here terrain heights. So let's check how this is going to look like, and let's hope that we don't get any drops in performance again. So now we get nothing. Unfortunately. Colors, terrain colors. Yeah, let's try this. Let's try if the textures we loaded are fine. Get heights, get colors. Okay, wow. So we have a very low terrain scale, and now we can set the height, and it seems to work. It's using the R value. I think it currently uses the R value. So we would have like can you see the shadows? here, for example. Shadows, I love it. Wow, it looks so cool. So the only okay, so we know this texture. We know this texture works, and also the height texture works. Yeah, awesome. Runs in full screen, guys. Wow, I'm so happy. This is awesome. This looks so cool. Alright, we're back on track. I'm so happy. I don't need to buy a new laptop. Look, wow, why is this so perfect? Wow. I think it might have to do with this new rendering concept I added. I mean, you get this with very few steps. Look at this, just 5 steps. And I love this effect. Yeah, I love it so much. Oh, now it gets a little bit laggy. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because my computer gets hot. Yeah, I love it. Seems like it's not being mirrored. And then also maybe max steps if you crank them down a little bit. No? Still a bit laggy. But hey, that's okay. It's enough for development. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's better than before. It's so good. I love it. It's so much fun to play around with this. Already? Oh yeah. Fuck, how cool is that? This is what I was missing. Yeah. Do you love these visuals? Okay, so we played it enough. Let's go back to the code. Oh, somebody's watching. Hello. Is something wrong with the stream? Maybe. Okay, so I think we're on a good track. Now let's make sure that that we actually see the terrain morphing. This is in terrain renderer. We have a swap function that we could call here. Update terrain. Oh, we weren't updating the terrain. Oh, this is gonna hit the performance. So it's loading. And that also explains why we weren't seeing any heights actually. So no attachment and default size is 0. Frame buffer incomplete. Okay. Frame buffer incomplete. So we were only half there. Why is that? So let's go to our terrain shaper and then let's check the frame buffer completion. Is this being executed more than once? Frame buffer is not complete. Yeah, we can put this into curly braces. And the same here, so that we can have const, whatever. So frame buffer is not complete. Okay. Let's ask it. I'm too tired right now. Is not complete. Combined terrain heights should render to combined heights texture. Okay. Now what do we get? An error. Because we have a missing raise it. No, still not complete. It's still not complete. That's the heights. So maybe it's because we're trying to render onto a red only texture. That would be sad. So, or what else? Bind texture. Do we get also, oh my god. So as you can see, one is working now. Like the color is working now, more or less, because we don't see any transition here. And it's also lagging again. So I'm not sure if this is actually feasible in the end. Wow, why is do both? We can do the terrain morphing and we can do the terrain ray marching, but when we try to do both, it's almost impossible regarding the frame rate. So let's do some research. G render to red only texture. Render only specific texture color. Oh no, this is not what we want. Frame of object. Color attachment. Mirrored repeat. Maybe it's just really maybe it is the texture swapping. Like let's try to go back. Let's try to go back. Let's go to, let's make a new branch. Separate texture test. Shaders combine terrain. Git push. Oh, git commit. Git commit with trying to keep terrain textures separate. Won't help. Doesn't seem to
Can you hear
help. And then git log. We go back to git
I can
main.
almost hear it now.
And here I think
It resonated right through the whole building. Did you hear it? It sounds so heavy and ponderous.
what we are going to do is we keep it in texture 3, 2 and 3. And here we also say
No, not really.
colors, terrain 2 and 3.
I don't know.
Oh no, this is wrong.
I feel so divorced from the world.
maybe this should be even 4 and 5 or so, but this is during loading. This can be 0 and 1. Just here, when updating, this should be 1, 2, and 3. I lost touch with the world. This is, I like people who lose touch with the world and happen to live in their own world. Okay. Terrain here, color high. Track, lost track. Oh, can you see this? Oh, wow, I think, I don't know, it is still lagging. It's still lagging. But not as bad. But quite bad.
Tesla perceived the Earth as a
It's so weird, really, like it's fucking weird, because we're not even calling
No idea what you're talking
we're not even calling terrain
on toast.
renderer, we're not even
So what's your
calling
It sounds like life.
we're not even calling update. Don't save anything, please. Come on. Git status. Git diff, what did we try? Yeah. This is terrain textures 0. Terrain textures 1. And what I think is that in the terrain shaper or in the terrain renderer, we're not even calling update. Here, we're not even calling update terrain. So we get like extremely bad performance, even though all we do is having more textures in video memory. So maybe this is what it's all about. I mean, this is large, so now the performance is better, obviously. Or actually, why is it better? We're still not doing any updates. Look at that. Are we updating the terrain? No. So the thing is, we have like very bad performance. Very bad performance, look at that. We get very bad performance and we're not even updating. Window TS. Okay, this is window TS. I'm still puzzled about this, and I'm sorry that yeah, we couldn't solve it yet, the issue. like even with a very low resolution texture, like 1000, and without doing any updates, like we're not updating the texture right now, we still have like a rather laggy experience. And I don't understand why. I mean, it does look cool though. Let's bring this down. Bring this up. Blue. This is rare. Golden. How can we make it golden? Like this. Looks so cool, it's so versatile. I love it. Look at the shadow. Love it. Ooh. Alright, I have to sleep. Maybe I will find the solution to this weird performance problem at some point. We did some experiments today. We tried to keep the textures separate, and there was something interesting about it, because it did speed up, but then at some point it returned to the bad performance. I don't remember. I think it was when we achieved as soon as the frame buffer object was fine. As soon as the frame buffer object was complete, the performance dropped. So it seems that simply by using a frame buffer, it seems that simply by rendering to using a frame buffer object, even without rendering to it, the frame rate drops significantly in WebGL 2.0. I'm puzzled. Yeah, context switching. Frame buffer completeness checked. I'm gonna try on a different computer maybe.
ourselves and what our purpose for existence is. We feel empty.
Yeah. That was running quite smooth actually, but yeah, even at 51 steps, it was running quite smooth right now. But what are we doing? Terrain renderer, terrain shaper, terrain shaper. Are we doing anything yet? What about here? Do we get any issues? Oh yeah, we're using the debug texture again. We want to return the combined texture and not the debug texture. Yeah. So we wanted to use terrain textures 0 and 1. Hang on, what's going on here? I thought we changed to 2 and 3, but then nothing was being shown at all because we weren't running the update yet. And as soon as we're running the update and the swap, maybe updating terrain, it looks okay. But now we're getting only yellowish. Oh, damn! Why did that happen? Anyways, I have some instruments here. Maybe let's put this here. And the guitar. Yeah, I think it has survived mostly. I'm sorry, guitar, I'm sorry. Oh, let's look at this egg for a while. And well, you know, these updates here. Oh no, it's not lagging. Updating terrain. So, updating terrain. Let's not lock that. And what else? In the terrain shaper, in the terrain renderer, we have a lower resolution now, just for trying it out. But we get this yellowish result. What texture are we returning here? We're returning the combined texture. And we are rendering to the combined texture the FBO. Here we are checking the FBO status. I think everything should be fine. Aha, terrain renderer. I think we're not loading yet. Load terrain, yeah. So now we are loading
I want to stay in Tokyo.
terrains.
I hate it there.
Ooh. And we immediately get very low frame rates. I mean,
Yes.
sometimes it seems to be quite fast. And then
I'm sorry. I was telling the truth.
it's very laggy.
I've always felt so competitive with you.
Is it about the texture resolution? I mean, we can try to
I don't think I realized how competitive.
put that even lower. Terrain renderer. Oh my god, it can work like this. For some reason, everything lags.
Good night.
So, terrain renderer.
Can you take off your socks? Sure.
Let's make it 128. Now I want to see if we still get performance issues. Doesn't look like it. And also we don't get colors. But that might be the shader. Combine two terrains. RGB. Colors, texture. Yeah. Where are our colors? It's almost as if we were desaturating. But if we desaturate, something else changes. I love these colors.
Can you come over? Can you come over?
Oops, wrong tab. I never wanna go Aha, yes, now I know what's happening here.
a few things. Take out your Swiss Army knife and cut me here, just a little.
I don't know.
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, it turns me on.